I'm O'Hara. Today we'd like to welcome to Durham Middle School Community Representative Ed Setzler. What character trait of Durham's core character words do you think people would use when describing you?
Well, you know, if there are any character trait I'd want folks to recognize me for, I don't know if I embody this every day, but I hope would be moral courage. You know, it's when I think back to being the age of a middle school student, there were a lot of folks making good decisions and a lot of folks making bad decisions in my school. And I think back to a time when I was kind of on the fence about whether I was going to kind of take the right path or the wrong path. And I remember middle school and high school had to make some hard decisions. And I look back and some of the decisions I made weren't very popular with my friends when I was decided to take a path of making good decisions in life, including studying in school and doing the right thing after school hours. I lost some friends for that. But I recall looking back on my life as a 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old, you know, middle school and high school, those decisions I made then have really impacted things I've done for the rest of my life, being able to serve as an officer in the Army and being able to be involved in business in this community and move on and serve in public office. Had I not made those decisions as an 8th and 9th and 10th grader, I'm not sure I'd have the opportunity to serve in the capacity I've got today. But it wasn't easy, and I realized even in public office, making decisions that aren't popular with some, but that you know is right overall, is not any easier as an adult. But I've tried to commit my life, both in public service and in my private life, to making hard decisions, even when they're not popular. And I think that those are things that you all, as middle school students, as you'll see as high school and college students, are going to be more and more important as you move on in life and get more and more independence.
How do you feel that you've acquired that character trait?
Well, as I said before, I kind of learned through the school of hard knocks. I was in middle school, had some rough times. I sometimes didn't respect my teachers as well as I should have, but I learned through those hard lessons that, you know what, you're really not able to be what you want to be if you're not respectful of adults, if you're not doing the right thing. And even though sometimes you want to do things your way, your parents, your teachers, the guidance they give you is right. And sometimes having the humility to recognize the way I want to do things isn't always the right way to do things puts you on a path where you can really achieve your goals and do things in life that you want to do. I think, again, that moral courage to make those hard decisions was very difficult for me. And I'm thankful that through being humbled in some of the bad decisions I've made, allowed me to kind of learn those lessons in middle school and high school. I'm thankful I was able to do that.
Our motto is not for ourselves, but for others. What have you done for others that you would like to be known for?
Well, you know, as many of you all, most of us work hard. We do things that we think are right. And sometimes you feel like the things you're doing aren't having an impact. You might be involved in a service project, might be involved with people, older folks, helping older people in your community that might not be independent anymore. And sometimes you think, what's the good of what I'm doing? Is what I'm doing being seen by anybody, or is it really having an impact? I would say that as I've gotten older, and I've got kids about your age, I've come to see that even the small things that you don't think are significant, when you see them play out over 10 or 20 years, you can look back on them and realize, you know what? I thought I was just wasting my time doing these good deeds for these people or for these people. But when you look back, you can see the impact they have over time on individuals, not just impacting them, but shaping you yourself, and you realize I was changed by doing these things for folks. So I would submit to folks, you know, 8th graders, 7th graders, 6th graders, that as you get involved in community service and get involved in your school, doing the right thing is going to set patterns in your life that's going to impact you and others for the rest of your lives.
Thank you for coming out today. We really appreciate your time.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Did that go too long, or is that about?
No, because we're